Here's what Blake Lively did that's going to change everything. And trust me, honey, I'm not just talking about a little misunderstanding.
Are you going to sue Blake Lively too?
Into oblivion, Megan. Wait till you see this lawsuit.
Oh boy.
What went down behind the scenes had jaws dropping in Hollywood boardrooms and fan forums alike. With one swift move, Ms. Lively left her entire film crew, her director, and even her loyal followers reeling. Why on earth would she suddenly flee the country on the same day some very unflattering receipts got aired out? Buckle up, because once you hear all these details, you'll understand why this scandal has rocked Tinseltown to its core. Now, let's rewind to the start. Not too long ago, folks were buzzing over a new passion project directed by Justin Baldoni, known for heartfelt storytelling and that natural flair for bringing out an actor's raw emotion. When Justin announced that Blake Lively would star in his upcoming film, it seemed like a match made in cinematic heaven. Word from the set was downright sweet and hopeful at first. Everyone gushed about Blake's star power and Justin's warm, collaborative style. People were expecting the type of synergy that would score Oscars or, at the very least, leave us all sobbing happily with a box of tissues. Back then, you couldn't find a single whisper of trouble. Everything was wine and roses. But that wasn't the whole story. Behind that red carpet smile, trouble was already brewing. Production insiders started murmuring that Blake was looking a bit tense, and not just because filming can be stressful. Now, we all know any creative project can get heated. Folks have strong visions, big personalities, but something about this friction felt different. Crew members described awkward on-set moments where Blake seemed agitated anytime Justin's name was mentioned. She was used to having a say in how her character developed. Yet here, Justin was also the co-writer, and rumor has it, he wanted tight control. According to the scuttlebutt, she'd sometimes roll her eyes if Justin got too much praise, and that's never a good look in an industry where relationships can make or break your next gig. You'd think that tension might just fade away, right? Well, guess again. The real drama was about to kick into high gear. Suddenly, we started seeing all these exclusive scoops in the tabloids painting Blake as an absolute nightmare on set. The gossip was vicious, she was difficult, she was aloof, and some even claimed she was borderline impossible to work with. Blake wasted no time fighting back. She basically said, "Not on my watch," and lobbed a serious accusation. Justin was out here planting negative stories to keep her under his thumb. She insinuated that he was using his position as director to spin public perception, casting himself as the hero and her as the villain. In other words, she claimed Justin was playing a shady power game. Some fans believed her. After all, we've seen plenty of male directors overshadow female leads before. Others said, "Hold up, y'all," and wanted to see more evidence. And let me tell you, the evidence that eventually spilled out had folks clutching pearls and passing the popcorn. Phew, baby. When Justin decided enough was enough, he didn't hold back. He dropped what he called his receipts, extensive text logs that showed him reaching out to Blake repeatedly, asking for her input on everything from schedule changes to script tweaks. His messages sounded patient, polite, and, dare I say, extra accommodating. In these logs, Justin was practically bending over backwards to please Ms. Lively, which made her earlier accusations look a bit shaky. Then came the bombshell. Blake's very own attorney jumped ship, releasing a cryptic statement that suggested Blake's version of events didn't match the actual timeline. Now, in Hollywood, a lawyer usually tries to smooth things over behind closed doors. The fact that this attorney publicly threw up their hands had everyone side-eyeing Blake's story. But if you thought that was messy, hold on to your wig, because there was more. Justin warned that if Blake kept painting him as a manipulator, he'd reveal even more logs. And oh, honey, that's exactly what he did. With tensions rising, Blake made references to her spouse, Ryan Reynolds, as one of her dragons, a powerful ally she could unleash at will. This set the rumor mill ablaze. Some folks speculated Ryan was coaching Blake from the sidelines, possibly using his comedic star power to shape press coverage. After all, the man's got influence and more than a few besties in the media. Now, the text messages that Justin revealed didn't directly implicate Ryan in any grand scheme, but they hinted Blake felt awfully confident about calling on her dragons if push came to shove. We can't say for certain whether Ryan was fanning the flames or simply offering moral support, but if you ask me, when your name pops up around talk of sabotage, you might want to pay attention. At that point, insiders started to wonder if either of them could come out of this fiasco looking unscathed. But while everyone was busy dissecting Ryan's involvement, the final straw arrived, and it was downright jaw-dropping. Out of nowhere, Blake canceled multiple public appearances, some for a completely different project. then hopped on a private jet. Girl was gone with the wind, honey. No final statements, no big press conference, no tearful farewell Instagram post. Just poof, see you later. It didn't take long for flight manifest leaks to hit the internet, showing she left with a bare-bones entourage, heading straight for a foreign hideaway. Some folks said they saw her wearing big sunglasses and a low-slung hat in an airport lounge, practically burying her face in a magazine. Speculation went wild. Was she running from possible legal trouble if Justin decided to press defamation claims? Or was she just emotionally drained and needed time to recover from the onslaught of bad press? Depending on whom you asked, Blake was either a misunderstood star or a seasoned manipulator stepping out of the spotlight before the truth caught up to her. But wait, there's even more drama simmering in the background. Hollywood is no stranger to scandals, but this meltdown had everyone from junior producers to A-list powerhouses scratching their heads. Studios have to protect their reputation and bottom line. So the mere suggestion that Blake and Ryan tried to undermine a director behind the scenes freaked a whole lot of people out. Deals can vanish in the blink of an eye if a star becomes high risk. And once that attorney resigned, folks started whispering about defamation suits or brand-damaging revelations that might erupt at any moment. Rumors also circulated that Ryan was busy calling up every PR firm in California to contain the fallout, especially after old acquaintances, like TJ Miller, hinted they had even more dirt to spill. Through it all, Justin Baldoni stood firm, pledging to see his film through post-production and release it on schedule. Other cast members chimed in, praising Justin for his fairness and creativity. Meanwhile, the tabloids asked the obvious question: can Blake Lively even come back from this? Some believe she'll make a triumphant return if she offers a genuine apology or an honest explanation. Others say the damage runs too deep. Regardless, this fiasco serves as a cautionary tale. Star power can lift you to unimaginable heights, but it can also send you packing on a private jet when the illusions crumble in a very public way. From a glamorous red carpet darling to the center of a Hollywood maelstrom, Blake Lively turned her own reputation upside down in a matter of weeks. We saw text messages that contradicted her statements, an attorney who walked off the job, and a director determined to defend his name by any means necessary. Worst of all, her secret dash across international borders leaves us with more questions than answers. Will she break her silence and put these rumors to rest? Or is she set on waiting out the storm in some luxurious foreign retreat? One thing's for sure, baby. The next time you see that dazzling smile on your screen, you'll think twice about what went down behind the scenes of this ill-fated production. Thanks for supporting the Gossip Wire. If you made it this far in the video, make sure to like and subscribe for more of the hottest celebrity news online.